Hi there, it's Elaine Masters. I am about to make pizza. Now, I'm not a baker per se, but once a year I love to take out my mother's cookbook. It is the Slovenian Women's Club cookbook that is worn out and the pages are falling out, but each year I like to make pizza. It takes all day long to do this recipe, but it's really well worth it because I can then take the different loaves and slice them into big chunks, and some of it I freeze, a lot of it I give to family and friends. So this year, since I'm staying home, I know that pizza wears well. I can mail it out and I can deliver it in hand, drop off at someone's porch, and it is my holiday season's greetings. The Slovenian Women's Cookbook makes it in a traditional manner, and my mother has put notations into it. I'm making the walnut pizza, which she loved to do. She would spread it out over the kitchen table, the dough after she made it, and then she would cover it with cinnamon and spices and ground up walnuts, and she added a layer of sliced dates. Now, I sat in front of the TV last night and I sliced up these dates, so I'm looking forward to putting that in there. Another thing I'm going to do that's a little different this year is that she always made hers with walnuts. That's traditional. I'm going to add some pecans because I've got a bag of them and I love pecans. So it can only be great because I love nuts. Okay, I'm starting out with my clean apron in a clean kitchen. We'll see how long that lasts. And the biggest challenge that I face is making my dough rise because I have a terrible time with yeast. I can't tell you the failures on that one. I so admire people who can bake well and do it well. So here's my happy holidays to you. And I know that a lot of us are home alone this Christmas. Here we are. We're going to get through this. Happy 2020 holiday. Pizza. Here we go. Okay, hours in. I have other people in the kitchen because it's lunchtime. The dough is rising in the oven, I hope. I'll check it in a little bit. I've been cooking on this stove now the milk and butter and honey and sugar for the layers that go inside. And my next task is to grate an orange. Oh, lovely. I'm getting tired. I think I need some caffeine before I continue with this. I told you it was going to be a long one. We're about 3 hours in right now. See you in a bit. It's about 6 hours after I started this whole endeavor. I don't know if you can tell, but the lighting has completely changed because it's nighttime. I just finished dinner, and we finished our dinner off with a slice of pizza, and it is wonderful. I've gone through 2 aprons, and I messed up on the traditional recipe, but it turned out so good anyway. I got all the dough done, curled up, rolled up all the rolls, got them in the pans, put them in the oven, and then I looked on the counter and I left out the egg white. There's one little line at the end of a paragraph in the recipe that I just glossed right over. I knew I needed to do that, but I was getting tired and ready to get on with this thing. But I also did a different thing than my mother used to do. I put my dough into smaller batches to roll out. She used to do a double batch of the recipe, which I did because I wanted to make a lot of it. And then she would roll it out on the tabletop. Well, I realized maybe if I do it in smaller batches, because I'm doing it by myself this time, that it would be easier to roll. Just do it in half batches. And it was wonderful because look what happened. I have a beautiful loaf of pizza, and it turned out just perfect. It's got a gloss on top. I used some of that egg white to finish off the top and get a little bit of a shine, and this is what it looks like inside. Ta-da! And I have to say that even though I left the egg white out of it, that it still has this flaky, wonderful flavor.
It's really good.
Don't take my word for it. An unsolicited validation. Anyway, the crust turned out pretty well because it was a smaller batch. I was able to make it skinnier, you know, down closer to that 1/8 that they tell you it's supposed to be. And I can't tell you how delicious this house smells, you know, the fresh baked bread smell that is so rarely in this house. And it is just wonderful. So thanks for watching with me. And I hope that you and yours, however you celebrate, have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. So thank you for watching Elaine Masters with her mom's pizza recipe from the Slovenian Women's Club cookbook. Oh boy.